Hey everybody, good morning and welcome back to the Chat GTM podcast brought to you by Ink Tank GTM. We're reporting to you live here from the Restaurant Leadership Conference in Phoenix, Arizona at the beautiful Marriott, JW Marriott. And I'm here with Nick Croce with Zaxbys. Actually a chicken finger brand or tender brand that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
You guys got the deliciousness.
Oh yeah, we got the sauce, as they say.
You got the sauce. So how you doing today, Nick?
Good, I'm great. Yeah, it's gorgeous out. Nice little breeze.
And where are you based out of?
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Okay, so you flew cross country.
I did.
To come here. Why?
My first time at RLC, so some really cool content. I actually got told 3 weeks ago that I was speaking. So
you're speaking?
Our good friends at Olo's got me on a panel here.
Hey, Elena.
Mainly talking about, just the digital environment, how we're, thinking about profitability in that growth area. So, it's been great.
And you guys are a growth brand at this time. How many locations is Zaxby's?
We just crossed the 1,000 mark, which is fantastic. We're in 22 states. We're scheduled to open another 60 this year, 3 more states, which we're really, really excited about, kind of get to that sweet 25 states out of 50, which is exciting. New Jersey, Maryland, Pennsylvania, we just opened.
Your franchise brand, company owned?
Franchise brand, yeah. 80-20, got a lot of great franchise opportunities and a lot of great franchise groups coming into the system.
Beautiful. What markets do you open up, you said?
Pennsylvania, Maryland, Chicago is actually a big play for us right now. Having some fun with DC, and New York City is coming in 6 months.
Fantastic.
So we're excited about that.
So in your digital IT technological brain, what are you hyped up about coming here for?
A lot of it's around how much technology we can implement in the drive-thru. I think it's ripe for us to have a digital transformation within the drive-thru. It's always been pretty analog. You roll a car over a big magnet tells you how much time.
Get that loop system going.
That's right. So we've implemented over the last couple of years kind of a voice AI system, testing that, and then a vision AI system that's really giving us a lot of our speed of service metrics that those traditional timers used to give us. So
can you share who you went with for vision?
Barry AI. I can't share that. That's public. Shout out to Barry. They're fantastic. But like I said, the voice AI is kind of the next step of that. We're testing that out. They're great group that we're testing with right now. Won't share that, but we're close. And so we're looking at all the technology components that we can fit in the drive-thru to ultimately make our team members' experience better, make our guests' experience better, and make us hopefully a little bit faster so we can really start to take some market share from the McDonald's.
And those great upsells that come with it.
Upsells, merchandising, how we tell people what we want you to order versus just showing you what we have to order. Really starting to play with what the digital menu boards look like, the layout, the functionality. Upselling certainly a huge part of it, just looking at that. With Zaxby's, we're a major drive-thru brand. 70% of our sales come through the drive-thru. So, if I can influence the check even 20% of the time, then
that's a big lift.
I've done my duty.
Store, that's a lot of dough.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. So.
And outside the drive-thru, we just talked a minute about your delivery partner, Olo, right? So tell us a little bit about your relationship with Olo and how that works. Yeah,
Olo's been fantastic, kind of a major foundational player for us in our digital transformation that we underwent about 3 years ago. We brought them in 2022 and really to drive our core ordering strategy to help us, make that facilitation of the menu scaffold build on down to the store to make sure the team members could actually create it. So it's been great. We just launched a new product with them, Catering Plus, to see, if catering's an interesting sales revenue channel for us. I've got a great team behind that, kind of pushing that along.
It travels well.
It travels well. It's chicken fingers, it's easy to sell. So I think Olo's just been super stable, super kind of consistent part of the e-commerce architecture, if you will, and just a major proponent of our growth story.
Pivoting, because I'm thinking about AI, because everybody is.
Sure.
It's a drinking game, and take a shot every time we hurt, we all be trash. But when we think about it, one of the things I recently saw Sol Rashidi speak. She's like a big AI person at the last Mertech show, and it was about security and governance. How do you guys look at that?
Oh man, it's tough, right? I've got it's a whole new discipline too. I'd say if you're not thinking about it as a whole new discipline, if you're just trying to, put it on your legal partners or put it on your port tech partners, I'm telling you got to go find privacy, compliance, governance people who know this stuff ins and out. And I think, as with any new technology, it comes out really fast and furious, and then it takes us a little while to figure out and whittle it down and how we're actually going to leverage it. Right, and like how we're actually going to leverage it in our organization. I was in another interview, somebody asked me, like, where do you think we're going to be in 3 years with AI? like, I still think we're going to be figuring out what the heck we do with all the information we got out of it, right? And I still think that prioritization of all the data that's coming out of it, all the information, is going to be key. But yeah, privacy, governance, you just got to have the right people focused on the right things on that.
And as you're looking at tools in the market, I'm sure all these people are knocking on the door going, we have this great AI tool, this AI tool. How do you break through the noise?
You know, the biggest noise breakthrough, I'd say, is make sure they're actually AI versus machine learning. And if there's a slight tweak to it, right? Machine learning is kind of something we're all familiar with. Like, there's rules, the rules are in place. You know, you make a query, it doesn't work, it fails, versus having a true AI model behind it.
In there.
There's more context, there's more reasoning, there's more questions back to you about how it should function. So I think if you start there, you can kind of whittle down to see who's just rebranded their machine learning product and who's actually thinking about AI as a growth accelerant for whatever they were already doing.
Right. And as you look at your organization, one of the things I'm learning rapidly about AI is it's only as good as the foundation of data it's built on. How are you making sure that all that's coming together to give you the complete picture so then it has the right playground to play in?
Yeah, I think moving target. You know, I don't know that we have the right thing. I think what we're focused on is how do we keep the AI model in our, you know, very competitive, very tough environment within our four walls, so not letting it learn too much outside, and then, you know, gradually we're going to start opening it up to more data sources so it has more context. But right now we're just relying on the end user who's actually using the tools to say, this is the level of context AI that you need to solve my problem. Now help me solve my problem, hopefully faster than I would have been able to on my own.
Internally, do you have anything to do with how the business uses AI?
It's part of my department. I'm part of an IT, you know, group, right? So we're using things like the enterprise ChatGPT tool to see what people make of it. And I mean, I think we're learning so many cool things from our operations partner, our marketing partner. I have a technical product team. One of my guys, Chris, who just messaged me yesterday. He's like, man, I'm using this to write scripts faster than I ever have before, to get deployments faster, to, you know, make things more secure and stable at the store level, even for simple deploys like deploying order status at the store and being able to do that much faster, or putting a logo on the receipt. And so it's those kind of cool things that you find where it's saving that one employee 2 or 3 hours a week so that they can focus on something else.
That's actual ROI.
Yeah, that's the cool part of it.
Very cool. Yeah, I found out one of my peers at a company like yours, they said, well, we're not allowed to use Gamma. Which is a great PowerPoint type solution. They'll build you a deck right away. And he says because it's a security issue. How do you ferret out whether there is or isn't?
You know, I think that the larger piece of it is you really got to take guidance from those privacy folks. You got to take guidance from your own legal team about like what you really need to do. I think for us, we have created a room for the AI to sit in, and the only thing that goes in that room is something that we have a privacy governance board that says, it can go in the room, it can do that, and it doesn't let our information just get out all over the place, really right? Smart. And I think that's the key with using these AI tools. You don't want to use it so heavily that you just look in the sea of sameness. You know, this chicken brand looks the same as this chicken brand because we're all using the same information. So really making sure that you've got a human driving the context and what they need out of it.
Yeah, we talked to a guy recently. He's one of his AI gurus. He's saying, well, everybody's getting the same outputs because they're asking the same questions, and so we're all getting this very vanilla. And so the personal touch is still massive.
You still need the brand differentiation. You still need the flavor. You still need the sauce. So
back to the sauce. This guy's been coached by marketing.
Marketing, Casey, you're welcome.